Hello, I'm Ann Whitehouse. I'm honored to have been selected as one of the winners of the Nazim Hikmet Poetry Competition. I'm sorry I can't be with you today in Cary, North Carolina, but I'm honored to share with you one of my prize-winning poems. I am reading Calligraphies. Calligraphies is a persona poem written in the voice of an actual historical person. Some of you may recognize him because he's rather famous. Calligraphies. Cao Guoqiang speaks. In the old days in China, my father collected calligraphy, ancient scrolls, and rare books. We lived in Guangzhou, across the strait from Taiwan. We could hear artillery batteries firing into the mist at the island that still resisted the mainland. My father's calligraphy was delicate and adept. I used to stand at his shoulder, careful to leave space for his arm to move freely, as I watched him wet the ink to the right consistency, select his brush, and dip it gently and carefully, soaking the soft hairs of the badger, and stroke its sides against the jar, forming a point like no other, soft, flexible, yielding. With an intake of breath, he raised his hand that held the brush, hovering above the paper, and slowly exhaled until he was an empty receptacle. And then, and only then, he touched the tip of the brush to the fine rice paper. The strokes flowed, deft and sensitive, forming the ancient shapes of the words. Then came the Cultural Revolution. My father worried that his books, his scrolls, and his calligraphy were a time bomb ticking. He buried his collection in a hole in the earth of the cellar, but he was still afraid, and little by little he began to burn it at night, in secret, in the hidden depths of the house. Afterwards he was not the same. He lost himself in a strange self-exile and left us all, his family, behind, finding perilous refuge far away in the mountains in a ruined Buddhist convent where an old crone of 90, the last remaining resident, gave him sanctuary. There he would take sticks and write calligraphy once more in puddles on the ground that would disappear as soon as it was written, leaving invisible skeins of sorrow in the changing reflections of cloud and sky on water. I am his son, and my calligraphy is fireworks, my art gunpowder, as evanescent as writing on water. Pinyin, the Chinese word means fire medicine, invented by alchemists investigating immortality. My explosions are brief dreams where space and time combine in a momentary universe of birds, fish, and animals, little-known symbols, the stream of the Milky Way, energy transformed into chaos. In my youth, a shaman protected me from the ghosts of dissatisfaction that were haunting me, freeing me to communicate the invisible within the visible. Some mysteries are meant to be discovered. Some are meant to remain heaven's secrets. I imagine an alternate history where the discovery of nuclear power was not used for making weapons. I dream of creating a ladder of fire far in the air above the earth, seen from worlds beyond our own.